Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Asad and welcome back to this series of Learning Python for Everyone. Super excited to see that you're learning so fast and you're able to do a lot of things already in Python. If you have followed my last video, you should be comfortable with three data types, that is strings, which are text you write either in a single quotation or a double quotation. I repeat, strings are text which you either write in single quotation or double quotation. You also have a data type of numbers, and you also have a data type of float numbers, which we called integers. Both are called integers, which covers whole numbers and float numbers. If you're unsure about these data types, please refer back to the last video. Okay, so what if we know these data types? Well, first thing that you could do is you could know how to do mathematical operations and on what kind of data type you could perform mathematical operation on. Now, what are mathematical operators? You would know these ones pretty straightforward, such as addition, subtraction, subtraction, multiplication, division, and there are two other things which you might or which you might not know are called modulus, and the last one is called exponents. Now, don't worry if you don't know these ones, we'll cover them. I don't know why it's giving me a line here. Subtraction, yeah, sorry, I don't know why I write subtraction. So this is called modulus, and this is called addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and exponents. Now in Python, the best part is it is very readable. Now what do I mean by that is it uses the functions which we do in our normal daily life as well. How do you do addition in daily life? You just put this sign. Well, you're in luck because Python uses plus sign as well to do that. How do you do subtraction? You just put a negative sign. Now, one quick thing that you need to understand is the lines is saying that you have done too many spaces before you actually write this one. That's the best part of PyCharm because it not only allows you to write a code but also write clean code, so it's more readable. It is asking you to actually remove the spaces. So if I remove these spaces, for example, and then leave it, do you see the lines are gone? But I'm only doing it for you to actually separate this out, that you don't mix them up. So what I'll do is I'll simply write it in front of it. This is the negative sign, this is the positive sign. For multiplication, you use something called asterisk sign here, which is very close to what we do in real life. For division, however, we have this forward slash. Now, what is a modulus before we do that? A modulus is simply, in layman terms, means remainder. Such as if you do 10 divided by 3, you would get an answer of something as 3 point something something something. Now what if you want to find out how many 3 can fit into 10? In simply, it means 3 plus 3 plus 3 is the maximum that you can fit it into 10. That will give you an answer of 9. Now how many numbers are remaining from an actual number, which is 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. So 1 is your remainder from 10 divided by 3. Another example for this would be, let's say if I want to divide 7 divided by 2, the answer would be, if I want to get an exact answer with remainder separately, I can only fit 3 2's into it. 2 plus 2 gives me 4, plus 2 give me 6, and then there is a remainder of 1 that will make it equal to 7. So rather than doing this manually, I can simply use modulus to find that remainder number. The sign for modulus is this percentage sign. And the last one is exponents. Now exponents, you might know this and you might not know this, but this is simply taking power of, such as I want to find what is 2 to the power of 2. As you might have guessed, it is 4. Or maybe 3 to the power of 3 is simply 3 times 3 times 3, such as 3 power 3 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3 is simply 27. Now, how do you find exponents in Python? You simply write 2 multiplication sign, such as this. Now, I know this was too much to absorb in one video, hence we'll do an example and do it together as well. You might know from our previous video that we can simply write numbers, whole numbers or float numbers, and you can print them out to find out their answer as well. So do this with me. Write a print function of any 2 numbers, such as maybe 2 plus 5, right? Pause the video and write a print function of your own 2 numbers with an addition sign. And let's run this function for now. If we see the answer, it simply printed 7, which is actually 2 plus 5. Now let's do another one with a subtraction, such as maybe 2 minus 5. Let's see what this prints out. So for the first answer, for the first print function is 7, as you might have guessed it previously. For the second one, the answer is minus 3, because 2 minus 5 is minus 3. And if I switch these places as 5 minus 2, it will be positive 3. There you go. So Python is very precise as well. What if I want to print out 2 times 5? Let's print this function out. And as you might have guessed it, for the third print function, 2 times 5 is 10. For the division one, I can simply do 2 divided by 5 and then run this function, and it will automatically give me 0.4. I can change their places as well to see if we get an answer. 5 divided by 2 should give me 2.5, and there you go, 2.5. Now let's spend some time to this particular one, which is modulus. Now if I want to find a modulus of, let's say, 10 modulus 3, what do you think I will get? I can only fit 3 3's into it, which is 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 9. I would be left with one number only. So let's see if this works. As you can see here, rather than giving me a decimal point, which in this case give me 2.5, it just simply gives me the remainder of it. Let's use the same numbers. Let's say 5 modulus 2. Let's see what do we get. As you can see, we get 1, which is simply the remainder number from this one. It did not give me 2.5, which is from the division, but rather the remainder of it. And finally, for the exponents, I can simply do 2 to the power by placing 2 multiplication sign and another number. If I run this one, it will give me simply 32, which is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 and times 2. I hope this makes sense. I know it was too much, but if you finish this task, you should be able to do this more confidently. So the task to do is find out what is 7, add 3. The second one is what is 8 minus 4, and then find out what is 3 times 2, what is 5 divided by 5, what is the remainder of 7 by 3, and what is 2 to the power of 4, let's say. Now make sure you do all of them, pause the video, do them together if you're in a group or individually. Make sure you have the right output, share it in the comment section before proceeding to the next video. It is essential that you do all of these ones before proceeding. So pause the video and do it. Well done. You have learned quite a bit now in Python, and I'm super excited to see the progress that you have made so far. We'll simply move to the next one about doing mathematical operations in strings before moving to anything else. Till then, take care and goodbye.